welcome to a new Alan Tom. And yes, as you can see, I've gotten some new clothes. And it looks really cool. You don't care about that? Okay, fine. Guess I'll not just cry in the corner. So for today's video, we've got ourselves a brand new... Okay, hold on. Not a brand new, it's actually pretty much, it's a real oldie. But not as old as some videos that are still in the pipes right now, so keep an eye out for that. But anyway, this is an oldie as in, like, it has dust all over it. And, while I was filming it, one of the characters actually fell down this big old gaping hole over here. So, not a goodie. No, not good at all. But let's look at it. It is our $20 set. No. Hold up. $15 set. Riddles for the Ring. This is from The Hobbit. Yes, the movie. And it has a pretty good... It's pretty sturdy. Especially for the scene in question, Riddles for the Ring. Now, hold on. Let's bring Gollum down here. Oops. Let's bring Gollum down here so that we can look at all of it without, like, crouching down. So we've got ourselves Bilbo Baggins, Gollum, a little cave, as well as a boat. So, I mean, it's all around pretty cool. So let's keep on going into the video. This set number is 79000 with 105 pieces. The first figure is Bilbo Baggins, and it has a hairpiece, a relatively new hairpiece, which is the Hobbit hairpiece. It's a pretty long hairpiece. It also has a new and exclusive face print, as well as torso print. But the legs right here are a dark tan legs, which are a leg color we have seen in the past. And I believe it has been used on Yoda, those exact legs. So, the sword, this is a machete sword, which, when I bought this set, I did not realize that it was an error. So, when I bought the set, some guy had lied to me. Thankfully, I have another one lying around, and it is over here. I am currently using this sword in my Hogwarts build, so it's not that sword. So that is why I did not see it at first. But for the remainder of this video, it will be using that sword instead of the machete. Bilbo Baggins' hair is a burnt orange, the same that we have seen on characters like Steve Rogers, Professor Trelawney, the actual hair, not the headband, and many others. It's actually the first hair if you look at the older videos, which you should definitely watch if you are a new subscriber. It is the first hairpiece that I used, and it did not look like me whatsoever. In any haircut I have ever had. He also has a second head print, which is a frightened one. Oh, geez, this ain't working at all. Which is a frightened head piece, as I've said, as the other one is a more whimpering or scared instead of automatic. That is a definite frightened face. He also has a reverse, which sort of shows a little plump / the back of Bilbo Baggins' suit. This is the front, and then that's the back. The next figure, which technically isn't a minifigure, is Smeagol, or Gollum. He comes with his body piece, as well as 2 new arms, which are more humanoid and less skeleton, which is all sorts of fun. He has a printing, which is his head printing, a grimace snarl, which I'm not sure if this is exclusive, but I know there are different versions of Smeagol throughout the Lord of the Rings, the Hobbit, as well as LEGO Dimensions, figures. He also comes with a ring, a golden ring, which I'm not sure if that is... I know that's been in Friends, but I'm not sure if it has been in a different color. It's also been in some LEGO Creator or City sets with the marriage sets. He also has a loincloth printed on, both on the inside and on the back, so no profanity here. He also has a stud on top, which has a hole in the middle, so it's a male stud with a hole. I don't know what it's called. I don't know the anatomy of Lego bricks, but it is a male stud piece. And then there's a big old hole in the middle. You know what I'm saying. It's like a hold stud. The 104 pieces are put to good use, as it has two builds, as I said, the cave and the boat. So, let's get crack-lacking and looking at them. The boat is a simple boat. I'm not sure if it's considered a rowboat, but I also don't know boat breeds, so that's another thing. It doesn't come with any oars, so I don't think it is. It is a rowboat, but it's a small, little, quaint build. Has two pieces on the bottom so it can float, and I have tested it out. It can float. As well as a fish for Smeagol, and two clips. One for the fish, one for a ring or some other thing. I don't know. It has 3 clips all around, and it's pretty sturdy. Test number 1 for Riddles for the Ring Lego set. It does not float with Smeagol in it. Yep, it just sinks. Test number 2 for Riddles for the Ring without Smeagol. It does float. So, that's it. So much water. And as I was cleaning the boat, after, the drowning with Smeagol, I did notice that these pieces, these 2 clips, right? They broke. So if you ever consider buying this set from like eBay or something like that, be warned that the clips, they break. Which is a good reason, because LEGO did replace them eventually with a finer clip. The second build is the cave, which is really cool. This is where the action happens. There's a little lever on the side, as you can see, and it is pretty cool. Up on top, right there, you see right there, there is a little spot so you can pop in Smeagol, right? So it can be falling off. No thank you, please. So you can be crouching on and like, yeah, riddle me this. What has 4 teeth? Sizz. Yeah, again, I am having a midlife crisis as a teenager. Next up is, there's little hinges here, so you can open up the little cave system right here. You see this right here? Yeah. Open it up. Right, just like that. Right? And then after you open it up, right, so you can have a little more reach to it, there's a little lever on the side, which thankfully is in gray. I love how when they blend these things in, even though it's jutting off to the side, because in some sets, they're really bad at it, and they make this little piece red, which I hate it when they do that, because it doesn't blend in whatsoever. I mean, this barely blends in, but it still doesn't at all. Well, let's get into the actual build to it. So right here, you twist this clockwise, right? I was wrong. Wait, hold on. Yeah, twist it clockwise. Please forgive us for the minor difficulties in which I had no idea what was going on. So if you twist this clockwise, it should spring out at you. Sorry if I gave anyone PTSD with that. So this little piece is a nearly 2x2 with the ring in the middle, which I don't understand the function because that did not happen in the book or the movie. But this is a playset, so you gotta do with what you gotta do. This little piece is a simple axle twist. You turn this clockwise, that also turns clockwise. Nothing fancy about it, like in the Sanctum Sanctorum where you push it in and it pushes out. It's all sorts of fun stuff. I do like how they made it so that the little pusher, right, doesn't get stuck. You see how there's two pieces right there? Instead of making it so that those would get stuck right there, they have it so that is a 1x2 with a 1x1 stud in the middle, just like what is on the boat right there. So that makes it so it doesn't get stuck in there, which they could have easily done with the what you call it, a 1x2 tile, but with a 1x2 tile, it would not be flat. See how you can't see any layers in there? With that stud, it makes it flat, but it also makes it so that it doesn't get stuck. Smart, Lego, smart. All around this $15 set, which obviously isn't $15 anymore, it's a pretty good bang for your buck, right? This, like I said, it's a pretty good bang for your buck, and it's pretty good, right? So I would estimate this at to be, like I said, 105 pieces. I have no idea where I was going with that estimate thing. 104 pieces with a good old whopping 79000 as its set number. 2 figures, 2 builds, and an amazing Lord of the Rings style set. So, if this wasn't like way more than $15, at the time, of course, it would have been a great set to get for your kid. Obviously isn't more. Obviously isn't anymore. But, because it isn't anymore. But that's it for this Alan and Tom video. Make sure you're subscribed and turn on notifications down below. And we'll be back in a jiffy.